Let's see if we can make some sense of this. We need to understand that there are two types of man here on earth. We have the spiritual man and we have the natural man. What is the difference between the spiritual man and the natural man? Firstly, we need to understand that the spiritual man is the one that has the Holy Spirit. Because the spiritual man has the Holy Spirit, which is the believer, he is the one who is able to discern the things of God. In other words, the natural man who does not have the Holy Spirit is not able to discern the things of God that are given to the spiritual man. God's people are the one, or the believer are the ones that have the Spirit of God to understand and to evaluate what God has given. The word in 1 Corinthians 2 is appraise. Appraise means to evaluate the things that are freely given to the spiritual man. Again, the spiritual man is not called to debate with the natural man, because the natural man will not understand the things of God. God is spirit. Whatever he does by spirit. Again, understanding, wisdom, and knowledge comes from God through his Holy Spirit. Whenever we speak of the Bible, whenever we speak of the words of God, it will always be through the leading of the Holy Spirit. We are able to speak the wisdom of God because we have the Spirit of God residing in us. We are not called to debate or argue with the natural man who is the unbeliever, because the unbeliever will never understand the things of the Spirit of God. He will not understand biblical principles simply because he does not have the Holy Spirit residing in him. So the question may arise, so how do we approach the unbeliever? Very simple. We are simply called to present the gospel to the unbeliever. So in conclusion, we can say this is about evaluation. This is about appraise, which really means we are only able to know and understand the things of God because of his Holy Spirit residing in us. When the spiritual man, who is the believer, presents the gospel to the unbeliever, who is the natural man has two choices. Either he accepts the gospel or he rejects the gospel. The acceptance and the rejection is not left to the spiritual man. That is left to the natural man, and he's got to make that choice. Having the Holy Spirit residing in him, he is then able to discern and know the things of God.